Well, what do you think so far? Pretty good? Pretty good? Yeah. I'm thinking so. Well, we've just begun. We're getting ready to have some incredible entertainment. So if you'll take this opportunity, turn your chairs around where you can see the program better. Because you're not going to want to miss this. You know, in life, several things come our way where we're very, very fortunate. Well, tonight is one of those nights. We have a gifted artist that's going to be with us this evening that is beyond our ability to truly attract for any amount of money or any venue. But we're very, very fortunate to have a connection through the Musselman family. They are our special guests tonight, Glenn and Joyce, that we were able to get this artist to come and be with us, particularly during the Christmas season. This is a fellow that actually his talents are just hard to describe, and I think you'll know what I'm talking about, how he just goes beyond the norm. And so join me in welcoming Garrett Grantham.
Good evening, Uplifter class. Good evening. Hold on while I get my guitar here. Well, it is really great to be here with the Uplifters. I am Garrett Grantham, the one and only. It is y'all's privilege to hear me do my thing. I'm from Goat Gap, Texas, and that's over there about halfway between New Dime Box and East Mule Shoe. And small town. I think Conroe used to be a small town like Goat Gap until they piled up all this water out here and called it Lake Conroe, and then Conroe really took off. And so, I mean, this is really a big city deal for me. I'm not really used to that, but Walden Yacht Club, this is a beautiful place, isn't it? It's just awesome. It just knocks me out. And wasn't that food good? Let's give the people a hand. And I know that y'all must have enjoyed it, because when I was putting my dinner together, I found very few table scraps back there. So that tells me that y'all really enjoyed it. But it is great to be here with the Uplifters class. Now, I believe that, because I have to turn my head to see everybody, and I believe that the Uplifters class must be one of the largest classes, if not the largest class, on the First Baptist Conroe campus. And I understand, I do my research whenever I do a performance, and I did a little background check, and you all have a lot of different interests. Uplifters have a variety of hobbies and interests, and some of the favorite Uplifters activities include quilting, cooking, eating, clipboarding, eating, mortarboarding about where we're going to eat, building, golfing, singing, eating, dancing. Whoa, dancing? Wait a minute. Is this a Baptist party here? Oh, square dancing. Square dancing. Okay, that's all right. And that y'all even have enough planes and pilots to have your own Air Force. So I feel like I am totally safe here with Uplifters and its Air Force. But looking around here tonight, I see the Raybucks, the Sims, the Mays, many other noted Conroe couples. And, you know, actually it appears that y'all take just about anybody, but I know that you have high standards and that it takes a lot to get one of those coveted Uplifters name tags. I've seen the name tags. I'm one of the few outsiders who actually got to see the name tags. And I know that you have to fill out the 27-page application form, provide 10 personal references, and be able to pass the test. Now, I know y'all know what the test is, but if you don't know, some of the guests probably don't know, but the test is where you have to hold a cup of coffee in one hand, a donut in the other, and find the correct passage in the Bible holding both. And I know you all, some of y'all, it probably took you a number of tries to do it, but you finally passed it, and you are uplifters. And so, speaking of the Raybucks, I'd like to recognize them personally, and let's give them a hand because they put this whole thing together. And if you have any complaints about my performance tonight, I wouldn't blame you. And feel free to vent your outrage to Betsy Raybuck. She's right there. And you can do that personally or by email, Twitter, or voicemail. You may not get an answer, but you can certainly send her whatever kind of complaint you would like to send. Thank you, Betsy, for this. Well, I know many of y'all have been fans of mine for many years and have bought all my records, and I really appreciate it. And but for some of you, you may not be familiar with my works, of which I have many. And I'd like to just remind you of a few of my big hit songs that I've had through the years. One of my first big hits that really got me going was "My John Deere was breaking your field while your dear John was breaking my heart." And oh, that was a sad, sad song. Now, another one, and my follow-up to that one was, "If you don't leave me alone, I'll go and find someone else who will." And then on my next one, I went kind of back to a traditional folk song, and it was called "Come Out of the Wheat Field, Nellie, You're Going Against the Grain." Now, I do what you might call some church music. One was inspired by a serious crisis in the church, and the title of that one is called "Whatever Possessed You to Think That You Could Sit in My Pew?" This happens. This happens. And then in the cowboy song area, I did an all-time classic that was "Saddle Up the Stove, Mama, I'm Riding the Range Tonight."